I'm Steve Johnson, News Director of theDove TV. Watch more videos from the Dove Newsroom at thedove.us.
Welcome to Focus Today. I'm your host, Perry Atkinson. Hey, delighted to have back with us today Ted Shoebat. He's the son of Wallet Shoebat. We've had both of these gentlemen on quite a few times, and delighted to have Ted back with us today. He's authored a couple of books, and perhaps you picked them up. The first one, actually, he wrote at the age of 16, In Satan's Footsteps, and then followed it up with For God or For Tyranny. And this guy has got his fingers on what's happening in the Middle East and ISIS. Ted, good to see you. How you doing, my friend?
Good to be on, sir. How are you?
Yeah, good to see you. Fine, doing great. Well, listen, a lot to talk about. First of all, your response to the president announcing that he wants to send an additional 450 troops over to fight ISIS. Hello? What's that mean?
Well, I just think that it's a result of the terrible and completely absent-minded strategy in the American strategy, the Western strategy in general in the Middle East. The Middle East is a tribal culture. I'm sure many of you guys know that already. It's a tribal culture. And so you only have, when it comes to governing the Middle East, you only have two choices. You can either have the Middle East be governed by tribes who are not Islamists, who are loyal to their leaders, their clan leaders, loyal to the dictator, whoever is ruling the country, and they will fight to the death for that dictator. Or you can have universalist Islamists. By universalist, I mean people who want everyone to be Muslim, everyone to speak Arabic, everyone to worship Allah, everyone to follow the one prophet, all of that. Speak one language like the Tower of Babel. That's the only two choices you have. Bush and Obama both went against the tribal leaders of the Middle East, because when you study Iraq before Bush invaded Iraq, there was a tribe called the Abu Nasr tribe. This was the most powerful tribe in Iraq, and it's the tribe that Saddam came from. They were extremely loyal to Saddam. They never harmed Christians, never went through their minds to lay a hand on Christians. And yet Bush went against this tribe, helped kill Saddam, got rid of them, and now, guess what? You got rid of the fabric that was keeping the Islamists in line, keeping the Islamists in check, scaring them, really. Scaring them into submission. That fabric that kept the country in control, and now you're dealing with the Islamists. So you can send all the soldiers you want. You're going to have more American soldiers dead. You've had thousands of American soldiers killed already. You're going to have more American soldiers dead. And now I read in the news that these American soldiers are going to be training more Sunnis in Iraq. Well, guess what? Those Sunnis that Bush trained went out and used their training and are now helping ISIS to kill the Shiite, to kill the Christians, to kill the Yazidis. And now, guess what? You're going to train more Sunnis. They're going to use that training against you. So I like to call it a never-ending circle of destruction. You make the same mistake. It's that very same demon that they keep worshiping, and that demon keeps manipulating them. That demon keeps lying to them, and they keep believing the lies. And it's just a never-ending circle of destruction. It all stems from one belief, and that is religion is insignificant. We treat religion as insignificant. And that is the religion of Islam. As long as the religion of Islam is the dominant force involved, you're going to have problems. So they need to not work with the Sunnis. They need to work with the tribal powers in Iraq, just like they should do the same thing in Libya. Same situation. They're not working with the tribes. They're working with the Sunnis. When Bush was controlling Iraq, they were working with the al-Badr brigade, the al-Mahdi army, which was a Shiite terrorist group. They're always working with the wrong people. They're not working with the tribes. All
right. I think you commented yesterday on a declaration that ISIS has made now that they can smuggle a nuclear bomb into the United States across the Mexican border. Can you tell us more about that?
Well, it's very possible, and we have to make sure that the border is secure. This is why the securing the border is so important. And they are talking about working with the drug cartel. And listen, I have been writing since 2007. I have been writing on the interaction between the drug cartels in Central and South America and Muslim terrorists. We know for a fact that we have Muslim terrorists working in Bolivia and Venezuela and Mexico. We know for a fact that the drug cartel makes deals with Islamists. The Islamists provide the drug cartel with weapons. Drug cartel provides the Islamists with drugs. The Islamists sell the drugs to get more money to buy more weapons. That's how it works. There's most definitely a relationship there. So it's very possible that they can work with the drug cartel to smuggle in terrorists, to smuggle in weapons. Now, ISIS is saying that they're going to buy a nuke from Pakistan. I don't think so. I don't think the Pakistani government would ever be willing to sell a nuke to ISIS, because Pakistan right now, the Pakistani government is fighting ISIS. They're actually arresting ISIS agents in Pakistan, in their country. So I don't think they would sell a nuke to ISIS. I wouldn't go that far. But could ISIS be working with the drug cartel to smuggle in weapons and terrorists across the border? Absolutely, yes.
Because they got the money to do it.
Yeah, they have the connections to do it. And there are things that go ahead, sorry.
All right. All right. Now, it appears, from my perspective, and you can comment on this, that that our president has no significant plan to battle ISIS, to the point where almost like it's the opposite. He seems to be appeasing ISIS.
Yeah.
In your opinion, why?
Well, I just want to comment on one point. Appeasing ISIS is a good point, because I just want to make just tell the audience something they may not know. The current dictator of Egypt, al-Sisi, who was much better than what we had before with the Muslim Brotherhood, al-Sisi is arresting Muslim Brotherhood agents and also ISIS agents in his country. And Obama recently went before Congress and said that the Egyptian government is treating their prisoners terribly. They need air conditioning and comfort, and they need convenient conditions and all this nonsense. So you're right, Obama is appeasing them. He's not supporting al-Sisi. He's not supporting the tribes who are killing the terrorists. He's not supporting the Christian militias in Iraq and Syria currently, like Dawak Nasha and the Nineveh Plains protection units, all these Christian militias. He's not supporting any of them. So you're right, it's appeasement. Why is he appeasing it? This may sound controversial, but I think that Obama is, for one, I think he is following a plan that America has had since the 80s, which is to get rid of all of the Soviet-influenced leaders in the Middle East to establish more American dominance. That I do believe, but I also believe that Obama is using this strategy to advance an Islamic agenda, because I believe that he is a Muslim. I don't think that he's a Christian. His own Reverend Wright, said he never converted to Christianity. He was always a Muslim. When you hear Obama saying that the most beautiful thing he's heard is the call to prayer, he can recite the call to prayer in perfect classical Arabic. We know that he speaks Arabic. I mean, it's just obvious. And the way he never really directly attacks the ideology of ISIS. He says, ISIS is bad, but don't forget, you Christians have done some horrible things. Like, what? It's so out of line. It's unreal. And so it's obvious to me he's not a Christian. I believe that this man is a Muslim and that he's advancing an Islamist agenda. I think it's just...
By the way, to our viewers and our listeners, Shoebat, SHOEBAT.com is Ted's website if you want to go there, SHOEBAT.com. All right, Ted, before I run out of time, can you give us an update of Christian persecution in the Middle East?
Yes, absolutely. Just Wednesday last week, this really was quite obscure in the news. ISIS kidnapped 86 Christians. Now remember, they kidnapped 21 Coptic Christians a while back. Then they kidnapped 28 Ethiopian Christians. What happened to all of them? They were beheaded and there was a video made out of them. Now last week on Wednesday, ISIS in Libya captured 86 Eritrean Christians from the African nation of Eritrea, which is quite a Christian country. Many Christians live there. And we don't know what happened to them. We don't know their whereabouts. We don't know what their fate has been. But it looks like they're going to do another video, but this time not with 21, not with 28, but with 86. So it's going to be a mass pool of blood. It's going to be a mass slaughter. And I believe that they're going to kill these people.
We're hearing women and children included.
Women and children included, yes. Well,
all right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ted. Keep up your writing, and most of your writing is available there at the website?
Absolutely. Every day we're updating it.
Okay. Thanks, my friend. Let's get together soon again, okay?
Absolutely. God bless you, sir.
You too. Thank you. Shoebat, SHOEBAT.com. We'll be right back.